What's up, guys? Eli here. Back today to talk about five of some of my personal favorite death metal demos out of my collection. These are just kind of randomly picked. These aren't like my five favorite demos from my collection or anything. They're just five that I, quite enjoy. Thought it'd be cool to talk about some demos, and yeah, let's see what I got. We're going to start off with Cleveland, Ohio's Decrepit, Hymns of Grief and Pain. Now, this is a re-release through Headsplit Records. This originally came out in 1993. This version came out in 2016. So this is the second demo this band ever did. They formed in 1991, like I said, Cleveland, Ohio. Pretty much members of the Cleveland scene. Heavy hitters from the Cleveland scene, I should say. Now, Cleveland, Ohio has always had a really good metal scene, whether it be death metal or black metal or both. I don't know if I would say, at least in my experience, I don't know if I'd be able to describe like the Cleveland sound necessarily. I mean, do they have their own sound? And I'm not trying to take away from the scene. I'm just trying to say, if there's a Cleveland sound specifically, I don't know if I'd be able to describe that. Not trying to take away from these bands, because I love the Cleveland scene of the 90s and even to this day. It's just been a hotbed of great metal. That said, Decrepit, this is in my opinion, one of the heavy hitters. I wish they had done more. I mean, they have a handful of demos and EPs. They have one full-length album. Later, Decrepit would kind of creep a little bit towards black metal. Still firmly rooted in death metal, so more of a black death, I would say. But this is like pure old school death metal. If you like stuff like, to me, I'm hearing more of like an East Coast sound. If I had to, if I'm going to use descriptors that would, kind of get you interested in this band, I would say they sound like East Coast to me. Dirty, nasty death metal. If you like Incantation, you could get into this. They're not as slimy and doomy as Incantation, tend to be, but they are still nasty and dirty, kind of in that vein. If you like stuff like Deterior Rot, and I mean, this is just great. Get this demo if you can. Get anything from Decrepit if you can. I would actually love to get my hands on their full length. I think it's called Acrimonium, if I remember correctly. Always wanted that album. I've just never really found a copy or anything like that. But Decrepit, awesome death metal, no matter what you want to call it. Great band. And we've got the 2018 rehearsal demo from The Glorious Dead out of Traverse City, Michigan. You might know this band as Marty Worm's band. Marty Worm from his own channel, and also, what's it called? Heavy Metallurgy. He plays guitar and, just guitar. He doesn't do vocals. This is a great demo. This is what got me into the band. It's not the first thing they ever did, but it's the first thing that I heard. Now, most of these songs would appear on their first full length from, I think, 2020, right? There's 4 songs here. I think at least 3 of them appear on that full length album. So if you can't track this down, that's okay. Go ahead and just get the full length album. And so The Glorious Dead, I mean, they just are one of the best death metal bands out there right now. They have, if I were to describe their sound, a little bit of the Swedish style. They're just kind of a mixture of things. Really, they just have their own sound. It's just pure death metal, atmospheric at times. Like, check out the song "The Noise of Gravediggers." I love how they would use these kind of like clean, like creepy sounding atmospheric riffs. Just great songwriting in general. This is just good death metal, played by experienced musicians. Very good songwriting. Just atmospheric enough, but it's just pure death metal. But unique sounding. They do have their own sound, and I really dig it. I haven't heard their newest album. They have a new album. It's either out in 2022 or this year, 2023. I can't remember. I know that's going to be good because their first album was great. So Look into the Glorious Dead if you're a death metal maniac and you haven't heard this band. Get anything you can from them, and you'll be in good hands. Then we got Cemeterian, Tomb of Morbid Stench, another one of my favorite death metal demos from recent years. This is a 2019 demo. So far, the only thing that they've done, but I'm sure there will be more. They're busy dudes. This band formed in 2016 in Houston, Texas. This is not self-released, is it? I think a label put this out. Anyways, I don't know if you can still get this. I imagine you can in some form. I think they put this out on CD also, so I'm sure you can get it one way or the other. So this is kind of a super group of Houston area musicians. I mean, you got guys from bands like PLF, Eat the Decay. The singer here used to be in War Master, used to be in Blaspherian, guitarist from Thy Feeble Savior. I mean, just everyone in this band has done a number of great things. So you know you're going to get something good, and you do. This is just great. If I were to use one descriptor for this band, I hear some of the earlier Swedish stuff. Carnage, a little bit of Entombed. You get those kind of like buzzsaw, kind of punky riffs, monstrous vocals. This is just really, really good stuff. I can't wait until they record more stuff. I know they will. I just don't know when that's going to be. But I would love to get a full length from them, so hopefully that comes soon. So if you like Swedish death metal, they don't sound completely Swedish, but I think that's definitely influence. Check out Cemeterian. You'll thank me later. Then we've got Evulse with Pustulent Spawn. From 2020, it's their second demo. This band formed in 2018 in Oakland, California. This came out on Transylvanian Recordings. This is awesome, awesome, awesome death metal. One of my favorites out of this stack. To describe it, I would say maybe Incantation. Get that dirty, super heavy, brutal, nasty sound. But with hints of like Demolic, I never know how to say that. You get like these kind of alien, Demolish-esque riffs, and I also hear some other Finnish influence here too, maybe like Demigod, stuff like that. So if you like Finnish death metal, if you like East Coast death metal, check out Evil's Pustulent Spawn. Hopefully you can still get this. I'm not sure, but it's awesome. Then last one for the day, we've got Infestor with Darkness Unveiled. This originally came out in 1992. This is a 2015 repress through Headsplit. Yeah, Headsplit Records. So out of all places, Infestor were from Seattle, Washington. They were active from around like 92 to 94, somewhere in that range. They had one full-length album that a lot of people really love. I love it myself. Some of the songs here, at least one or two of them, were on that full-length album. Infestor just played nasty, nasty, to me, East Coast sounding death metal. You could slide this right in with, Deteriorate, Incantation, both those bands I've already named in this very video. Infestor, to me, easily could have came from Pennsylvania, New Jersey, New York, something like that, but no, they came from Seattle. Yeah, just some of the nastiest death metal ever recorded. This is a little bit dirtier than their full-length album, and their full-length album is pretty monstrous and grimy sounding, but this is in the vein of that, but even more grimy and more dirty. Great stuff. Some of my favorite death metal. Really, all these are some of my favorite death metal, but I'm not picking a favorite. These are all great. Track them down. If you can't get them, get other stuff from these bands. Like I said, with the Infestor, you know, their full-length album is usually what people go for first, but this demo's great. The Glorious Dead, they got 2 full lengths out now. You should get those from By Moon Recordings. And this was fun. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I'm going to do more of this. I have some more black metal demos I wanted to share, and whether they've been shown on this channel yet or not, I just kind of wanted to hone in on demos because demos are fun. They're, you know, a great way to get into new bands, of course. That's what they're for. And anyways, that's it for now. Shoot me a comment. We'll talk about stuff, but hopefully we'll talk soon, huh? Fucking cheers.